going on? So yesterday I got back from Vegas for work, not for play, and I was going to tell a story about how one of my heroes told me that I should absolutely quit my job and move to Alaska, but I haven't quit my job yet, and this is going out on YouTube. So rewind, not telling that story yet. December 21st, 2012 was a significant date because the world was supposed to end. And it's also the day that I quit drinking. It was one of those resolutions that was sort of forced on me. I'm actually one of those people that when I say that time I get arrested, someone has to say which time again. This happened a couple times. Never hurt anybody, just myself. So, skipping all the boring details, I ended up in rehab, and I checked in on December 21st, 2012. It was an interesting arrangement, this particular rehab facility. We had a house, and there were several of us in the house, and there was a house manager, and it was across the street from the rehab facility, but we lived in the house, and at night, it was just us. So the, I keep wanting to say counselor like it was camp, but it was not camp at all, it was rehab. The house manager always told us, we give you enough rope to hang yourself, which was like really grade A positive shit to tell a bunch of recovering addicts and alcoholics. But we were by ourselves, and so the first night there were obviously lots of rules. It was rehab, not camp, and one of the rules was 11 o'clock, lights out, and nobody's allowed outside. So I mean, we're a house full of junkies, addicts, alcoholics, so we all smoke cigarettes like fiends, and then lights out, doors closed, and it's my first night in rehab, and my buddy Mark, who is a recovering heroin addict, is on Suboxone, and has anyone seen Train Spotting? Everyone's seen Train Spotting, and when he says, you know, when you get off of heroin, you're not constipated anymore. It's true. So Mark had the Suboxone farts, and it was my first night in rehab, and you know, some serious, significant, life-altering shit happening. And I'm like laying in bed trying to think about what's happening with my life and where I'm going to go from here. And you know, obviously having some pretty pessimistic thoughts, and it's sort of underscored by, I'm sorry, just all night. And so I broke the rules one time in rehab. I excused myself and went outside for a cigarette. And it was almost midnight, December 21st, 2012, and I remember sitting down on the front porch looking up at the sky and just praying to whatever was out there that the Mayans could be right. I just wanted to watch everything come crashing down and, you know, see comets and meteors and whatever else, vampire kids, I don't know. But I wanted it to end so badly. That's what we call in the recovery rock bottom. That's when you hit the lowest of the low and there's nowhere else to go but up, or you die. And though all of those thoughts had just come and sort of solidified in my head, and I told myself I wanted it to end. I honestly didn't want to do it anymore. And I saw the most vibrant, extravagant shooting star I've ever seen in my life come straight down. And I'm sitting there with my cigarette, and I kind of go, and then it fizzled away. And the thought that immediately followed, you know, I'm still like shaking from withdrawal and shit, and I thought, fuck, it missed. And I sit there and I finished my cigarette, and I thought, well, I guess I gotta get my shit together now, because the world didn't come to an end. And last month I celebrated 3 years sober. So.